I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'm the head coach for JobSearchCoachingHQ.com and NoBSCoachingAdvice.com. And I've got 2 tricks for second interviews that I think will help you stand out from other people and help build connection on the interview. Now, in previous videos, I've spoken about how important it is to be congruent with what you've said at your first interview. That is, if you talked about something at the first, you want to be consistent in what you say about it at the second, right? Otherwise, it makes them scratch their heads and wonder, okay, is so-and-so being truthful? But here's a little trick, and that is you always want them thinking as though you're part of the team. You always want them thinking that you're one of the folks. So let's say you come back to an interview and you're meeting with someone you've already spoken with. Maybe it was a phone interview. Maybe it was, they happen to be part of the setup before you meet with the next group of people. So as you talk with them this time, here's what you say. I was thinking about our last conversation, and you spoke about such and such. I was really getting excited about that. Like, my mind has been racing about that since we spoke last time. I was wondering, could you tell me a little bit more about that and how I might contribute to this? Or, again, you're just talking, you're trying to get them to talk more. Because if you've seen one of my other videos called The Headhunter Secret to Knowing That You Did Well on an Interview, the idea is the more they talk, the more they like you. It's like you're allowing them to be magnificent and you're just basking in their magnificence and listening adoringly to what they say. So always get them to talk by saying, I was thinking about that last conversation we had, and I've been thinking about it since that time, and my mind really hasn't stopped mulling that over. And could you tell me a little bit more about that, please? Because it was really very exciting to me. So that's one little trick, getting them to talk. The other one that I want to bring to your attention today is the referring to the other person conversation. So let's say you were speaking with, John, Phil, Brenda, whomever, in the first conversation, and there was a point that was made that, again, stuck in your mind. So you're meeting with someone new. You say, I was speaking with Brenda last time, and Brenda was talking about such and such, and it was really very interesting to me. Could you give me your take on that? Do you see it the same way as she? Because it was really very exciting. And the idea becomes, by referencing a person that you spoke with before, you get an idea as to whether they're congruent, right? Because, for example, if you're speaking to a subordinate, now you're going to talk to an overall manager or a director or a VP or a whomever, you're getting their take on the role. And the idea is always to try and reference something from the previous conversation. Now, again, the key piece on that, from your standpoint, is whatever you reference has to be accurate. You can't just make stuff up, because otherwise they'll scratch their head and reject you. But assuming that you can be accurate, then referencing the conversation that you had with Brenda, asking for their take on it, puts them in a position of imagining you in the role, expanding upon it, talking in ways that allow you to see whether they're consistent with their thinking, because the last thing you want to do is step into a situation where there's conflict around what your role is going to be and how they're going to measure success. I'm Jeff Altman. I hope you found this helpful. My website is thebiggamehunter.us. If you're interested in my coaching you, that could be with helping you with interview preparation, critiquing your resume or LinkedIn profile, answering your questions, a whole host of different things, helping with a salary negotiation. Use the tab on the top. Very simply, order time with me, order a service from me. I'd love to help you. And while you're there, you can go exploring, because I've got great information in my blog that will help you find work more quickly. Hope you have a great day. Take care.